I'm so sorry. I put the wrong time in the live stream. It should be 19:20 as always. I'm very sorry. It says 7 and you've been waiting here for the last 10 minutes, almost 11 minutes. I apologize. This wasn't meant to be. I was just fast planning the live stream and I forgot to put in 19:20. I just put in 19. Shame on me. I apologize. I'm very sorry. We're gonna do today, as always, what happened last week, what's gonna happen this week. We're gonna go through some news that I haven't checked out yet. As always, unprepared. This is just for fun. We're not a news show here or anything. And then we talk about Tesla Model 3 that I drove for a week, because that's just interesting. Sound is soft. It's true. It's true. I had to turn it down because I recorded something with it. Now it should be perfect. Now it should be fine. You going down, Rudy? There you go. Go down. Right, Rudy. So, sorry. Happy Sunday. Wrong mic, maybe. No. I just had it on quiet because I recorded something with it, a different video where then it's too hot. But for this, it has to be in a different thing. And I haven't done switching this in a very, very, very long time. Very long time. And so, of course, I forgot. She's back. Rudy's back. Go to your spot. Close the window. A door. Because the fly's coming in. Yeah. We have heat wave. It's so hot. It's horrible. I had 29 degrees up here. But luckily it started to rain a bit. It's 24 outside and I had everything open, and now we only have 26.5. And because the lights are on and everything had to be closed, otherwise 2 billion flies come in, it's gonna get warm very soon. So this live stream won't be 2 years long. It's gonna be an hour as usual. So I wanted to go through some news, but I haven't checked them out. Hey Grow M, Manuel G, Rico is here. I need an ID3 to drive against the Volvo EX30, but your ID3 has the big battery. I need someone with a middle battery, a pro battery. Anyone here in the area around Passau, 100 kilometers or so, I go away, so we can compare consumption and interior and everything. A Volvo EX30 to ID3. I need a tempo. Is there anyone here? I will make a post tomorrow and then post it on some Facebook groups and everything. Is the focus in manual? Focus is in manual. That's stupid. We have to go into this. It's better. Yeah, but first let's go through. I always wanted to ask, traditionally trimmers like black and gray cars more. Is that true? I don't think so. I see most of them are white now. When I look around, it's all white. So, what do we have? Ooh, Lego didn't have a parking. So when you charge too long, really, I had no idea. I thought it was in everyone. Smart tricks. What's happening here? Yeah, and Mango got more expensive. My sponsor got more expensive. I got written emails. What's happening? Like I have anything to do with that. Megawatt charging. What do we have today? Charge point. What is this? Nothing new. Ooh, 400 kilowatt charger from EVBox. God, that's gigantic. That's gigantic charger. Look at that. My God. Futuristic, but oh my God, big. And what else do you have? Radplan GigaHub for e-autos and e-trucks in Bochum. Aha. Look at that. That looks good. And it says here how many charging stalls are available. I like that. It's a great idea. Where do you want to have that? Bochum? It's way too far away from me. Lego. Oh yeah, NIO has launched new battery swap stations for their car. On my car, Flash Red was without charge. It's cool. And those chargers are now faster. That how these chargers swap stations for the battery are faster, and nobody has to be there. Right now, in at least in Germany, where I went to do that, but I saw no, I didn't even do that yet. When I had the NIO, I didn't have time to do that. They're not open 24/7. They're open whenever the person is there to look if everything is fine. And in China, they have some where nobody has to be there. Everything works. That's awesome. It's just weird when you cannot swap at all times. You have to arrive at a certain time. So. It's a great name, the Korean luxury truck, because it's gigantic, the EV9. EV4 production should start in March of 2025. It's going to be a smaller version of the EV6, I guess. Smart 1 Pure and Pure. Pure and Pure Plus can be ordered. Polestar 3 has new base version. I'm guessing a cheaper one. Well, it always is. Volvo has moved the start from the EX30 in the States, like Volkswagen did with the ID.7. I never got why. I have no idea. Yeah, the Rematch Robotaxi, have you seen that? I've watched the video. I'm always interested in Rematch and Bugatti and stuff. I saw the launch of the new Bugatti Tourbillon, I think. Yeah, because when I started to look at cars, the Bugatti Veyron was my thing. It was that's cool. I don't need to know how to drive. I just can go accelerate like crazy, and then the whole electric car thing came. So a Tesla Model 3 Model S Plaid accelerates better than a Veyron, and I'm not into cornering anyway, so it all. But still, it was an amazing luxury car and everything. A Volkswagen Newswagen plant ID bus with smaller battery. Ooh, is that a good idea? To have a bus with a smaller battery. I asked Volkswagen again for an ID bus, a press car, and never had one. And it's so weird with Volkswagen. They have, so normal Volkswagen cars, I ask, can I have a car? And I get it right away. They're really nice to me when it comes to press cars. I have a contact person there, and I always get the cars. It's not the times where I always want them. It's understandable because they're in use by someone else. But I usually get the car, and I asked, and Volkswagen Nutzfahrzeuge, so buses and I don't know what, pickup trucks and stuff like this, is a total different company within the company, different press person for the press vehicles, press cars, and I asked this and never got a reply, and I asked again, and we'll see. Congratulations on the full-time YouTuber, love your content, EV. Thank you very much. The Project Overload. Nice name. By the way, where's Steve? Steve Holt. We need Steven. Steve G. What was the name? Not good. Thank you very much. Yeah, the last 2 weeks were the first real weeks where I still work 2 days at my company. We have a last day now. The last day will be July 26th, will be my last day, and then I only work 1 day, but somewhere else. Nutzfahrzeuge, used cars. I don't know how you translate Nutzfahrzeuge. Cars you use for something else than just driving. Commercial vehicles division, that's the stuff. ID bus with the APP, however long wheelbase and pack would be interesting. Exactly, I asked for that. We'll see if I get a reply then. The same with Audi, Porsche. I have someone in Porsche that I know, but he's not in the right department. We'll see if I get my foot in there. Yeah. What a 62 kilowatt hour. So my ID.3 battery in the bus. Oh my God, it's really for around town. You can't get far. I drove the bus and you can't get far in this car. It's not what it's made for. And it's okay. What else do we have? MG4, MG5 as a taxi, that's nice. I still see a lot of MG4s driving around here. It's very interesting. Yeah, Ford Explorer, I asked for a car. They said I should ask them again in August. They don't have a press car yet. And it's totally understandable. It always works the same way with companies. So they get a few cars for a press event. And then those few cars, I don't know, 5, 10 cars, they give to the special press people for longer. So big ones and whatever they think they like more. So if it's paper or I don't know what, and then they make other press cars or more, and then it gets to someone like me. um, ID6 cannot be sold in Germany, and was fighting because of that. I don't think the market needs it. When there's a bus, the ID6 seems like it's almost the same as a bus when it comes to space. Maybe not as much, but maybe, I don't know. i1 and i2 is in the plan for BMW. Let's look at that. And 2028 and the other one 2027. Come on, that's in 3 years. Everything can change till then. Let's not talk about that. Yeah, iX3 comes a new version. I've seen that. Chinese export to Germany have tripled. i5 eDrive 40. Yeah, Fisker is dead. We've seen that. And that's it. That's all the news we have. What does things say? Cybertruck is always... Inside EV is just all America, and I get it. It's American side, so of course Tesla and everything that's in the States is more important. And I totally get it. That's Tesla in the States is just dominating, but we will talk about Tesla in a second. Ooh, this is our first look at Ferrari's new EV. That's an EV from Ferrari. It looks like a normal car. Doesn't look very Ferrari. Interesting. And fake exhaust. Cute. What else do we have? Apple's next-gen CarPlay could reimagine gauge clusters of classic enthusiast cars. Yeah, there's a new version of the i4. I haven't seen it. It's not that much different, but I think they gave it a bigger battery as well. What else do we have? Yeah, Volkswagen and Rivian have partnered up, and Volkswagen put in $5 billion. We'll see about that. I mean, Rivian cars, they don't look bad. They look still normal, but even still futuristic. And they seem to be very good. I have watched a few videos from Cherry Rig Everything. What's his real name? It's not Cherry. What's his real name? I can't hear. There will be 2 versions of APP 550 built here. One is for Europe and has been in production in April. The other version for China will not be available before the end of this year. Export have tripled, but was the base 300% from 100% is not much. That's true. That's totally true. That's a good that's a good point. Even being a software partner with Volkswagen could work out well, but it's not going to be an overnight turn. That's gonna take a long time, and that's normal. That's okay. There it is. What's his name? I'm so bad with names. It doesn't say it too often, that's the thing. EX30. Yeah, if you didn't know, I have the EX30 twin motor right here, right now, since Tuesday? Yes, since Tuesday. I did my range test today. I haven't posted for my Patreons and members yet what the range test was today. The result. I have to do that. Don't see anything. And Ionity fast here. What do we have in my area? Nothing. It's the same. It's the same. Up here. Still missing the same. What's here? I see nothing here. I think there are some needed in this area. Britain still in the making. Yeah, where's the one in before Munich? There's still in construction. Pastorf. Oh, there, I was just there. Pastorf is where Tesla is, where I got the car. Taxitstraße. Here's Tesla. And there's a supercharger. And I saw the charger. I remember. Exactly, because here is all supercharger. The whole area here on the side. Yeah, I saw that Ionity. So if you want to go to A94 to Passau, if it's not all highway, it's faster to go this way. I go this way, not this way. This is shorter, but most of it is country road and very busy. You don't say your name often too, like never. Really? That's true. I just think you know. You know my name. Say my name. I do it like Breaking Bad. Okay, so what happened in the last 2 weeks since we saw each other? First, I did nothing. What did I do? Monday, Tuesday, when I don't think I did too much. No, I worked. It's true. I worked Monday, Tuesday, then Wednesday we picked up the Model 3. Matthias and he drove the ID7, I drove the ID3. I had already app support, so I could connect to the car via the app already. I got the special login data from the press car, and it worked. I could pre-cool the battery because it was over 30 degrees on that day. Pre-cool the battery, and it was a too high state of charge. I wanted it to be around 80%. And we arrived there. We charged Hank at the supercharger. I got the pass for 1 month, so cheaper price because we charged again at the supercharger on the way home then. And it was very interesting when we picked up the Model 3, and I said it already before. Tesla, of course, is different than any other brand. So usually when I get a press car, so usually with every car I ever had so far, they bring the car to me, I test it, and then they pick it up. Because you might say, oh, you lucky bastard, and yes, I'm lucky, but you might say, oh, but you have to think, they give me a car because they want videos that I make out there, so it's advertising. A bit. If I don't like a car, I say I don't like this, but they take their chance, so they pay for the delivery. A lot of brands pay for charging if I charge with the car, like Volvo. Volkswagen doesn't. And Tesla was the only one who said, when I'm bringing you the car, you have to pick it up. And so Munich. And since I wanted to drive ID7 and Model 3 at the same time, soon the Tesla will deliver itself to you for a press car. That's true. That would be cool. And so we had to drive together there, which is overall the whole thing is a logistical nightmare, because to get to Munich to Parsdorf, this is not in the city, I have to get to Passau, from Passau by train to Munich, and then from Munich somehow to Parsdorf. It's a long trip. I looked at it, and it would be around 3.5 hours, where with cars we were there for 2 hours. And so the only two options were I pick it up myself, drive it home, and then we do the test at another day, or I drive with Matthias, or I drive with Hank and leave Hank there, but then I can do the test. Also, in the process, might Autopilot save onto railway lines. Did it do that one time? Cute. So we got there. I went in. Hello. I get a press car at 11. It was 5 after 11. I was a bit late because we drove to the wrong address. Maybe we'll also do the test itself and say it will make the video and everything. It has the cameras. It's just gonna say, and with AI, I'm gonna be in there and say, this is an amazing car. You should buy this car. I endorse this message, or what was it? Something like this. What you say in a presidential election. By the way, we should play the light game already now. We only have 50 people here. I understand it. It's hot, and I'm sure there's some soccer game going on. I have no idea. I don't pay attention to the European Cup or whatever it is. So we're gonna play the light game. Everybody presses like for this live stream at the same time. QAI Chris, I think you are doing a great job. So I'm counting down and then we all press like. 3, 2, 1, and like. Are you charging there? 98%, yes you are. We'll see. We had 8 likes and we have 54 people here. I'm counting down here right now. I'm 10 seconds delay. That's normal. We go from 8 to 13. Come on, can we get to 30? Nah, you all don't care. 14. Actually, Tesla do robots too, so maybe iChris could be a very real thing. Just put a face on it. Have you tried Highland's headlight? It was way more segments, 48, the most metric headlights ever. It is very bright and not as wide as ID7's 80 segment metrics high beam. I wanted to. I didn't have time. Because in the 7 days that I had the car, 2 days were picking up and bringing it. I had 1 day off, so I had 4 days to film videos, and I filmed 12 videos in those 4 days. Are we doing the light game? Already did it. Hey, Photostorm, my corrector, my angel. In the 4 days, I made 12 videos, and I wanted to do the light. I would have loved to, but it was it's summer solstice around that time right now. It only gets dark at around 10, and I had to get up most of the time, and it was just too late, and I didn't want to anymore. I would have loved to, but it was too much. Like I said, I did 12 videos. You have seen 4 so far, I think. Sorry for correction, the Hyperman Pilot is not very bright. I don't know. Never had the light on. It's perfect weather and it's light out there at 4 a.m. and it gets dark after 10 p.m. So, like I said, in this time I was editing and going to bed. Chris doesn't want to do midnight shoots. Not when I'm filming all day and when it's 30 degrees the whole time. No. In the have to sneeze. No. In the winter when it's dark at 5, it's no problem. Sorry. But other than that, it's fine. Ooh, I see my sneeze there. There we go. I'm late with the sneeze. Where am I? It's already 27.2 degrees in here. Outside is 22. Thank you. For bless you. I just got home from a road trip to Norway in Enyaq, 1600 kilometers. That's the stuff. I hope you had fun. It's raining. Is it thunderstorm or anything? However, it solved the dazzling problem on low beam for previous Model 3 version. I have no idea. It's raining and thunderstorm and everything. Oh my god, it's possible we have to stop the live stream if it's too stormy. Let me see this. When is thunderstorm? At 8 in 20 minutes. Damn. What's this? Don't need that. So, so this was already weird picking it up, and we did that. But then also the process of Tesla giving me the press car was totally different. Like I said, usually they bring the car to me, we both go around the car, look at defects, and then I have to sign something that I got the car, and we didn't find anything scratches that when I come back and I have a scratch, then it was me. And it's totally fine. Every time the car gets delivered, I look around the car, is there anything going on? No, everything is fine. I get sick of being dazzled by Teslas. I don't see it at night. Like I said, I don't drive at night, so I don't know. I just know that the light is not very it's a bit high maybe. I had that one. I've seen IDC Pro S, bigger battery, and WP is quite better, but I'm wondering how they did with bigger battery, bigger weight. It's not that much heavier, and I think for whatever reason it's a different chemistry and it's more efficient if the WLTP is true. Yeah, so we arrived at Tesla. I went in. I said, there was just two people with headphones. They was just talking to people that called in, and I heard two people complaining, and they, please be calm. I know, I'm sorry you have this problem. And of course they are a hotline. It looked like it. And so of course people call if there's a problem. So I get it. And then I asked, hello, I get a press card today, and then, okay, I will ask someone, and then it came out, she's gonna come in a few minutes, you can sit down. So I sat down, I waited for 15 minutes, then she came out and said, hello, I'm gonna look for your car and I will be back in a minute. And then she went out. I could see in the app where the car is and then that it was moved. Then she came back after 15 minutes again and said, I'm sorry, we cannot find the key card for the car. I'm torn between Pro S and GTX all-wheel drive. Any advice? Well, they have the both batteries, so it's all about power. If you need more power, less range, and you can only get the 20. But somebody said you can already get the 19-inch wheels with the GTX, because when I looked at it in the configurator, you only can get 20-inch wheels. Maybe they changed. If you need more power, all-wheel drive, go for the GTX, and if you had the money. Guys, warm in here, 27.3. I'm dying. And so she said, we can't find the key card. We have to, and I said, I have app connect. And said, yeah, but to be sure, if you have problems with the app, you need the key cards for safety. And I said, okay, that's fine. It is mental to work with complaints. I so get that. It must be horrible. And so we waited. And then she came back another 15 minutes. So we were there already for 45, 50 minutes. We're sorry, we have a problem with the key card. We can't connect it to the car. It will take some more time. And then we waited another 15 minutes. And when we got the car, we were there for 1.5 hours. She drove the car in front of us, said, here's the key card, bye. Well, she asked, have you ever driven a Model 3? And I said, yes. So you know how it works? Yes. And she said that the Fahrzeugschein, so the papers for the car, a copy, by the way, not the original. I don't know if this is legal. As far as I know, Fahrzeugbrief, the main has to be in Berlin, wherever, who's the owner. And Fahrzeugschein, so the real papers for the car, have to be in the car. But it was just a copy, and it was in the car, and she said, that's in the thing, and bye. And that's it. So we went into the car and drove off. And I didn't check the car. I saw later that the right rim was scratched, and we brought it back, and it was all fine. Nobody said anything so far, and it would be too late. So because the bringing back thing was also amazing. But that was it. I got the car. We drove to the supercharger just around the corner. Looked that it also has 80%. And with the ID7 and the Model 3, we then drove a little route to Nuremberg. There was traffic jam. We went back and drove a different way to Regensburg and then back to Possa. Woo! It's raining like crazy. I should check if it's raining in. I doubt it though. You stay here, but you can still hear me. It's not raining in here. Going down, because I have everything far open. It's not raining in here. Let's check this. No, it looks good. I have everything open because it's so hot. Oh, it's nice and cold when it's raining. Oh, that's nice. Go rain. The only time when you want rain. Oh, it's nice. I would love to open my windows in here, but I can't. Oh, when it's raining, I could open. There's no flies, huh? Let's open it. Oh, yes. So you're gonna see me climb up because the window is up there. You can't see. It's up there. Need an extra chair because this is high, and even then I can barely. Oh, yes. Make it cold. And the first fly is already in. It's better. Still 27.4, but 22 degrees outside. Come in, cold air. Here I am. Okay. Yeah, we picked it up. We made a little drive with against the ID7, a little comparison in consumption and how Matthias was driving the ID7, me the Model 3. Video will come. I still have to film the ending because the charging process at the end was not great. So I had a problem. I had the app connection to the car. And the fly was here before. She knows where to go. So in the app I had a connection to the Model 3. I could lock the door and everything. I made a video, what you have seen, software video about the Model 3. Everything worked except I could charge. So with the press car I had free supercharging. I can charge at the supercharger as long as I want and as often. I charge there 4 times. I didn't charge too much. 4 times. But the problem was I couldn't see in the app how much I was charging before. In the car it doesn't show me charging history, and in the app it also doesn't show me. And this is unusual. In Matthias' app, in his car, his Model Y, it shows last week you have charged 22 kilowatt hours here. And by the way, it's always the exact number because I charged another car at a supercharger. I charged a Volvo EX30 and no way that my ID7 was the perfect charging number, so exactly. And this one here as well. Where are we? History. Here it is, supercharging. It's exactly 50 kilowatt hours. Where are we? Focus. There we are. 50 kilowatt hours, exactly. I doubt that. That this is the exact number. So they don't do comma. If you only connected it with the channel sponsor Tronity, that's true. I could have done that, but I don't think with a press account I'm allowed to connect to a third party. I don't think they would want that because then I would still be connected because the account that's connected to the press car is always the same. The password just changes, so it would be a bit weird. It's possible they would complain, but I didn't see how much I was charging. I asked Tesla, can I know somehow how much I charged? They looked around and they told me a few numbers and said that's not possible. They told me 50 something and I said no, that's not true. It was different. And then, so they gave up at some point and said it doesn't work. I charged the same way again to see if 15 to 80%, that I arrived to 80%, if I could see it somehow. And I saw it in the car. It was 50 kilowatt hours in the car, so without charging loss. And I asked them again, the time, the place, and they still couldn't tell me. I wasn't sure if they let you add your personal profile to the car. No, they didn't. And then I charged at Ionity, so I will take that what Ionity says, even though I have no idea if supercharger is more efficient or less, but I'm gonna take that. I've just finished the second maintenance on my ID7 and 13,500 kilometers. The first maintenance is free here and it's mandatory before 5,000 kilometers. Subsequent maintenance is conducted every 10,000 kilometers. Here now, my first service is in, I can tell you that. It says it somewhere. Here. In 530 days. So since I only have the car till the end of December of 25, I don't think I will make service. Maybe before I give the car back after 2 years. We'll see if I have to. I will ask Volkswagen when I give it back. So that was, and then, okay. And then I did other tests during the week. I did charging tests at Ionity, did my range tests. You already have seen this. Oh, you already have seen 6 videos then. That's true. I still have 5 videos or so to edit. I filmed the last part of one video today because I have to film it with Hank in comparison. And I have to film the ending of the video comparison ID7 against Model 3 and explain what I just explained with the charging, which is okay. Yes, so I drove almost 1500 kilometers or so in the Model 3. I did a lot of tests. I had Autopilot on a lot. I did work with the software, tried most of it, not everything. And yes, it's like I say in the description of this video, it's not my thing. On my ID3 it was after 2 years, no limitation on kilometers. I think it's the same here. Any idea when you will get the ID3 GTX for testing? I think it will be still a while, maybe in September, maybe later. This could take a while. I have been invited to drive the ID7 GTX and the ID7 Pro S, but I looked at the program and I can drive each car for an hour, so it's not a range test, it's nothing I can do, just drive it a bit. And and it's in Stockholm, so it's in the morning flying there, driving the car for an hour, lunch, next car for an hour, then see the parking assist or whatever, and then go back. And I declined. I don't go. It's too much stress for, I mean, an hour to drive and film, that's nothing. You get 5 minutes filming out of this and it will be a crappy video. So no, if I could go there and get an ID7 Pro S for 5-6 hours, I'm okay with that. Or the GTX and do a little test, but it would be nice if it would be in Germany so I can do some range tests and charging tests, but if it's there then not. And 2 weeks later is the ID Treffen in Switzerland, where maybe we'll see if I can drive some other car there. That would be better. I want to go there this year. We'll see if it can happen, because it's 5-6 days and that's a bit long. I have to shorten it. It's I cannot be away for that long. Oh, it is nice, this cold air. 21.5 degrees. It's getting colder in here. 27.1. Oh, yeah. So Model 3. There will be videos what I like, what I don't like, but we have to talk about it a bit here. It's great software. Really great software, even though I had 2 problems. You saw in my range test, Spotify was out for 10 minutes or 15, who cares. Another day, GPS was gone for a few hours. The car was parked. I went to the car, navigated to a supercharger, and the map didn't move. The rain noise in the background is very relaxing. It's in Lugano, right? Locarno in Switzerland. I write it here. Locarno. And what want I say? Where was I just now? Ah, yeah, GPS was gone for... I drove all the way to the charger, still didn't find it. When I was parked there, it didn't work. When I drove off the charger, then it worked again. So for almost 2 hours, GPS was gone. But I restarted the system. That didn't help. It didn't do anything. But not a big thing. Everything else worked fine except for the app. And again, the app with the charging, this was an issue because it was a press card. No normal user has this problem. App is amazing, extremely fast. Bluetooth key is amazing. What I find out, and this was stressful, is they told me because of this charging issue that I cannot see the charging history, maybe you should log out, delete the app, install the app again. I did that, and when you do that, your connection to the car is gone. So you cannot use the key, use the app as your key, but you can still open it. So it's not that big a deal. If Tesla connects your account to the car, I can go with my phone there and open it, and then do the phone key and install it and everything. And then when Bluetooth is on, you just get close to the car and you can open the door and it's fine. And do you think the new ID3 versions can compete with the Model 3? It all depends with what they're competing. So what is your important thing? If it's power, no. If power is important to you, this Model 3, it was extremely powerful to the level where I don't understand why there's a need for performance, but some people just need it even more. It's amazingly 4 months in with the Ioniq 5, everything works, no error messages, app works, courtesy first service about to be scheduled, most recent DC charge 240 kilowatt speed, and now I can see what says it underneath. Something 22 meters. I can't see minutes. Yeah, as opposed to the ID4. Yeah, that's true. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. But I've heard many bad things about the Ioniq 5 in Germany as well. By the way, that stuff didn't work. App, the car, service, and stuff like this. So Ioniq 5, maybe because the Ioniq 5 now is a bit older and they have done better. I would take the Y over the 3. It seems something was wrong with the T-Box. All wireless communication mechanisms are integrated with this device. No idea. Where was I? Yes, Model 3, extremely powerful, awesome. Steering is horrible, as in every Tesla except for the Model S. Very direct, very heavy, tiny steering wheel. So the suspension is a bit better than the old Model 3, but still very, very bumpy. I'm glad that everything is working perfectly. Ioniq 5 is a great car. I would have gone with the Ioniq 6, but everyone has a different thing. Maybe you need more space. Just because of the high consumption. I think the Cupra Born is nice enough on twisty roads. It is for me as good as the Tesla Model 3 standard range. I have a 2019 Model 3, got it early 2003. I'm glad to say most of the new features with the FSD and the interface have been brought to it despite the age. That's nice. You're in North America because that doesn't exist here. Full self-driving stuff. Long-term software servicing and support seems really excellent. Industry leading, I'd argue. Yeah, software is amazing. I'm not arguing that. Same Ioniq 6, wifey wanted Ioniq 5. And wife get their way as always. That's okay. That's normal. No, driving the Model 3 was not nice. At higher speeds, not nice. Steering, not nice. The cruise control is not good. The distance, even on distance 7, driving on a country road is not the long distance. Like the regen is amazing, power is amazing, you can adjust it very well. It drives great in corners when you want to go sporty, but if you want it comfortable, it's way too bumpy. Above 140 kilometers an hour on the highway, it's a go-kart, and it's horrible to drive and feels unsafe. I didn't like it at all. I miss a resume button for cruise control. I don't know why this is not in the car. I don't get it. Yeah, and above 3.1 bar, that's true in the tires. And when it's under 3 bars, you get a warning message. Yes, and it's also very low. That's true. Especially all the Model 3. It's designed, adjusted, very sporty. Yes, it got a bit better, like I said, than the old Model 3, but it's still bumpy and it's not comfortable. It's quiet now, though. The new Model 3 is really quiet as any other car. That's great. It's not as loud as it was before. And the suspension is a bit better, but still not comfortable. It's still sporty. When you drive an ID3 is more comfortable than a Model 3. That's just how it is. It's just made that way, and it can steer better and is more stable, and the steering feels better. Everything is better. I'm sorry, when it comes to driving. When you want power and sporty, Model 3 is amazing. And of course the software. It worked perfect. It was always there. There was no, when you get in, no hesitation. The adjustment of stuff is a bit annoying when you don't have any stalks, but you get used to it. Blinker, gear change and everything. It's fine. The same with the wipers. It didn't rain at that time, so I'm okay with it. The lane assist, you have to go into menu to turn that really off. Lane assist doesn't do too much, but when you get to it, then it just beeps like crazy and scares the bejesus out of you. Yeah, 3.1 bar was in my car, and again, when you're under 3 bars, you get an error message. Tesla always want 3 bar in their tires. I have 2.5 in Hank. We measured it with Rico, and yes, like I said, cruise control distance is okay, but so how it keeps the distance, but it's too far, too little of a distance when you have it on 7. I got the ghost braking a few times when we picked the car up, a few times when there was no car around me at all. It wasn't there. It just was braking for whatever reason, and it happened many other times after that. I would say once a day when I was using cruise control. But it wasn't a slam on the brake. It was slowing down, and you're like, what's happening? Did it turn off? And then you just accelerate, and it wasn't extremely big of a deal, but I just didn't have this in any other car so far. It's just weird. And then the worst for me, I'm sorry, in Germany, I'm sure in the States this works amazing, but in Germany, Autopilot, I'm sorry, it just sucks. It's horrible, the self-steering. On the country road, it's extremely nervous. It does this the whole time. On the highway, it's a bit better, but if you want to do some change, I don't know, there's a part of a tree on the road that it doesn't recognize, and you want to steer a bit to the left. It fights you like crazy. It's like, no, you can't steer to the left. And then when you steer too much, it turns autopilot off, and then you suddenly go to the left like crazy because you're steering so crazy. So this is annoying. So you cannot really interfere with what Tesla thinks steering is. In my ID7, it steers itself. When I want to go a bit to the left, it just does it. Yes, there's resistance, but it lets me do it. And here it's no, you can't, no, you can't. No, horrible. And then the other thing was that I had on my range tests, and I cut this out of the video because I thought I was way too negative on that day because it scared me to death. Autopilot. First, on 2 different occasions, there were for 100 meters or 50 meters, there were no lines. That made new asphalt on the highway, and there were no lines. And where every other steering assist just turns off and says, there are no lines, you have to steer yourself, and just goes on. It did this. Where are the lines? I'm flirting, and it looked with driving. And it took a line where the asphalt was over the other asphalt and was just black. It took this as a line and went to this direction, which was totally wrong. This happened twice. And then another time, I was driving by Landshut. I was going 120, 125 or so, because it was there was a speed limit. And I was driving, there was nothing. The lines were there was no car beside me on the left, not on the right, there was no exit or anything. There was a car 200 meters or so behind me. I was driving, and the auto steer did whoop and whoop. First 2 meters to the left and then 3 meters to the right. And I slammed on the brake, was holding the thing and everything, and it was like, what the hell was that and why? And I freaked out. I was really freaking out, and from that moment on, I never had Autopilot on again on this range test. I had it on another few times for videos and stuff, but I was like, no, I'm not dealing with something that is nervous the whole time, and I have to be scared that it's slowing down or that it's steering in a weird direction. Did you crash and burn? I didn't crash, and I just did braking, and then I steered it to the right thing, and it was fine. But still, you're driving along. I never had that in any other car. What I had in a Polestar 2 old version and in a Volvo old version, I was driving straight on the highway, and then there was the exit of the highway, so an off-ramp, and then it wanted to go off the highway, and it was, whoa, what the hell is this? But it wasn't not knowing what to do. It wanted to go that way. It was still horrible. It didn't do it on every exit. It did it on 2 exits or something. I said it in the video. The Polestar 2 did that, and the Volvo system, because it's the same system. But in any other car, I never had anything where the car would steer in a weird way on no other brand. Not a Korean, not Hyundai, not Kia, not I don't know what. Only in this Model 3. I cannot remember in the Model Y. Back in the day when I did my Model 3000 kilometers drive, I don't think I had Autopilot on. Do you think Tesla's vision-only concept is a bad idea? I don't know why that was. I don't know. I mean, every travel assist in Volkswagen is also just with a camera. It looks at the street, there's a line here, there's a line here. How else would you see a line? It's all visual. I think it's responsible for most of the issues you're describing. But isn't everything... Except, I mean, there's radar for the distance for the car, but the steering is all done visually. Maybe try a remote system when available. Yeah, I would love to. The robo-taxi is amazing. So that was scary, and that's why I made an extra video that I today filmed with Hank in the ID7, how different Volkswagen Travel Assist is. It's not perfect. It has a few flaws. Too, but they're not a big deal. They're not a safety concern. Both are not scaring me. In the Model 3, I was scared having Autopilot on at 130 and on the country road. It was just nice. Am I rather one of the so-called 4D radars? You know stuff. Yes. Now I have the Volvo EX30 here. Oh yeah, bringing back the Model 3 was fun too, because we drove back and did supercharging with the EX30 and the Model 3, and then I filmed Matthias' video that you have seen today, or was it yesterday? I think it was today that I made it public. Oh, it's 20 degrees out there and 26.4 in here. I feel the cold air coming. Oh, you have no idea how nice it is. Rain, no flies, that's awesome. And then we brought it back, and it was the most amazing thing ever. So right now, when this Volvo EX30 gets picked up, someone is coming, goes around the car, writes down, dirty, dirty inside, dirty outside. There's a scratch on the windshield. There's a scratch on this. The cable is in there. Is this in there? Yes. Where's the charging card? Blah, blah, blah. What's the kilometers that he has driven when he got the car and when he came back? No radars anymore in new Teslas. But the distance was okay. So that it knew what the distance change was. That wasn't the problem. The ghost braking must be stuff with the camera system. But the distance was somehow weird. That was fine. And so usually, and then I have to sign this, because then if they drive off and make a scratch, then it's not my problem. I signed that there are no big scratches that the insurance has to do with me. And I brought the car there, I parked it, I went in, I said, hello, I'm bringing back a press car. My name is Stadler, Christian. And then he said, what company is this for? And I said, Battery Life. And he looked at the card. What car is this? It doesn't say it here. It's a Model 3. And then, okay, then I know. And I went and left. It's just, oh my God. Oh my god, it's okay. Tesla will have tracked everything you did while you had the car. I'm sure, and it's okay. It was equipped since model year 2023, Model XS. Mm. Oh god, it's just the bringing it back took 30 seconds, where usually it's 5-10 minutes to check the car and everything. It's just normal. Yes. On Tuesday, Volvo EX30 came and I had the problem again. I don't know what's going on, that press cars being delivered without anyone calling me before, which is very stressful, especially now. So before I was at work, and for me it was just stressful. When is the car coming? Is it coming before I'm at work or later? Then they have to deliver it at home. Different addresses, different distance. And then when it's at home, I have to drive them to a bus station because there are no bus and trains anywhere. And then with the bus, they have to go to Passau and go home by train. So I have to know. And but the good thing is when they arrived, when I'm at work, it doesn't matter what time. And so when they call in the morning at 10, hey, I'm arriving at 2, it's fine. Or at 3, then I know it's at home and it's also fine. But now that I'm working at home and making videos, and I had the Model 3 and I did videos on that day, I filmed 3 or 4 videos on that day, it's a bit bad because I need to know the day before, when are you coming, because I have to schedule when I'm filming. Maybe you're coming in the morning, I'm out filming, you arrive, I'm not at home, you're at the wrong address. Or the other way around, he's coming at a time where it's not convenient. I don't know. Nobody called me the day before. He called me at 10:30 on that day. I'm coming at 1. I said, okay, I will switch around and be at home at 1. I was at home. He called at 1:30. I'm arriving at 3. It's okay. And then he came at 3. And again, I say that every time. It's not an amazing job. They bring cars somewhere and then go back by train. I think it's a great job, by the way, but whatever. But if I get the job, hey, you drive the car to Passau, I'm looking, where at Passau? How do I get back home? What time do I have to arrive so I can be home at a normal time? He arrived and the first thing he said, how do I get home? And I said, I don't know. It's your job. I think all the pro versus anti-Tesla is bullshit. Like any car, Tesla is for some and not for other. It has advantages and disadvantages like any other car. That is all. And that's correct. You're totally right. It can be for you and that's great. It's just not for me. That's all. I am not anti-Tesla. It's just not my car. Especially the Model 3. It's too sporty and too uncomfortable for me, and I don't like the Autopilot. It's too unsafe for me, for what I do with it. And if you like it, that's fine. I have no problem with that. Via Uber, we don't have Uber here, not especially not here in the countryside. But sir, you're a homing pigeon. I don't know what that means. Hey Darren, how are you? You soon here, eh? In a few weeks. We have holiday this week. I don't think we're gonna be here. Just saying. Mine has radar, and to be honest, it works a lot better after they switched it off. That's also cool. I just enjoyed my first longer Autobahn drive, 200 kilometers, with my brand new ID4 travel assist on, and it was really relaxing drive. That's good. Enjoy. Enjoy, enjoy. Yes. So EX30 arrived. I drove it to Munich and back. Then we just tough on steering wheel slightly. Touch. Gotcha. And today I did my range test and a charging test, and then tomorrow I'm gonna film a bit more. I have the all-wheel drive version here, 428 horsepower, and it's weird. You're gonna see in the video, they've made some weird decisions with the twin motor, very different to the Smart #1 Brabus edition. It's the same motor, same battery, but you control it in a very different way. Maybe the #1 has that now too, I don't know, but when I drove the car the first time, it wasn't that way. It's very interesting that they chose it that way. You're gonna see in the video. And Android Automotive works amazing. Spotify, Audible, YouTube works perfect. I've connected everything. Google Maps, of course. I have the Tesla Model 3. Partner has an e-up. Feels quite rare on UK streets. There's an e-up in the States. I didn't even know. They didn't put an all-wheel drive badge on a car to tell you it's all-wheel drive. That's also true. It doesn't say it anymore. We're looking forward to the ID2. I'm in Austria in 3 weeks. Ooh. It depends where in Austria. Austria is big. In 3 weeks, we're gonna be maybe in Berchtesgaden and maybe somewhere else in Prague or something. We'll see. Cindy is off. I have to work still through Thursday, Friday, but the other days we want to do a few things. And I don't want to take off the days because I want to stop working there early. End of July. I'm going to Slovenia in 3 weeks. Cool. Yes. What else about the EX30? Well, I'm gonna make videos tomorrow, and then Tuesday, Wednesday I'm gonna take off. Thursday, Friday I work. Saturday, so at company. Saturday I'm off, and then Rico Card and Chris, if you ever wanted to do comparison on tire pressure versus consumption, I will do it. Happy to drive the one with high pressure. Thank you. How do we do? We need the same car. If then we need one car and put the exact same car, put one tire pressure low and one high and drive at the same time. It's very hard to do, and it would be nice. Oh, and by the way, very interesting. So in this area, I don't see a lot of ID7s. Very rarely. I've seen the one that my car dealer has in Passau, a black one, ID7, and I've seen a white one somewhere around. And yesterday I was shopping in the morning with the EX30, and when I came out there was a silver ID7 from Regensburg parked, and then I drove the street up, and then another silver ID7 came along, but from Passau. Very, very interesting. West Austria, Bodensee region. Bodensee? Isn't it somewhere totally different? Am I wrong? I thought that's already Switzerland, Bodensee. Where's my Bodensee? There it is. Neuschwanstein? That's true. There's Austria underneath. That's true. That is totally true. But there's everything in that corner, huh? Switzerland, Austria, and Germany. That's the stuff. The same as here, we have Austria, Germany, and Czech Republic in this area. What's the charging infrastructure like in Bavaria? I have not been back since before COVID. Mittenwald is my hometown. I spent time in Garmisch-Partenkirchen. Constant. I never have seen an ID7 here, but ID3, 4, 5 I see frequently. Yeah, but ID7s are rare. 4,000 euros more, and you need if you want a long car. And a lot of people are, that's a long, big car. I don't want that. And I get it. It's how much longer is it than an ID4? 40, 50 centimeters, something like this. I know from the ID3 it was 70 centimeters. I totally get it. Charging infrastructure, I have to say, got extremely good. I mean, in my area here in Passau, we have 4 Ionity on each charging Raststätte, so gas station. We have 4 on this side, 4 on this side. When you go off Passau Mitte, we have at 4 hyperchargers. Then on the other exit, we have another 4 hyperchargers a kilometer away. Today, a Toyota EV couldn't charge at Ionity, and I told him all the chargers we have if he wants to try them. We get the new Tesla supercharger close by here. That will be amazing. ID7 is about the same size as a Taycan Model S. I have no idea. So many new Enyaqs here. Cool. And then, so this is in my area. And then if I go on the highway here, the next is in Hengersberg. 2 Allego hyperchargers and a supercharger. Then Wörth has the EMBW hub with 8 hyperchargers. Regensburg has many. On the way to Munich, there's Ionity and Fastnet. And then I think there's a supercharger, and then there's nothing till Munich. ID7 is 493 as far as I know. I don't know what the ID4 was. Let's check it out. Where are we? Where's EV database? There it is. ID7 Pro. ID4 Pro. ID7 is length 4 meters 69, and ID4 is this. So we have 38 centimeters longer. We got it. And ID3 should be way smaller. Am I right? ID3. No, not Model 3. ID3. There we go. You can't see. Where's my ID3? There it is. 4261. So ID. What? No, you. Where's my ID4? ID4 is almost 30 centimeters more, 32 centimeters longer than the ID3, and then another 38 centimeters. Yeah, that's the 70 centimeters. That's what I said. Ha! So it's in the middle between ID3 and ID4. ID3 is around 470 and Model Y is around 476. Can check that out too. EV database. Come on. Model Y. Let's do this one. Model Y length is 4751. So that's 21 centimeters shorter. I'm guessing there are chargers in probably somewhere around A95. I remember a long time ago I drove to Berchtesgaden. Mine is the longest. I drove to Berchtesgaden and there were barely any chargers. There was one 50 kilowatt charger, I remember, or 100 kilowatt chargers, or 75, something like this. I hope it's different now. Let's check that out too. Where's my charge map? Where is charge map? Didn't I have this on my... Where's charge map? I thought I saved this on here. Charge map, there it is. I knew it. I so knew it. Am I logged in? I'm not logged in. Now I'm logged in. Yeah, I can show you the best here. So in Passau, where are we here? We have these chargers. We have Ionity here 2 times. This is then... it's the same exit. It was both Passau Mitte. I was wrong. I sent him something wrong. And then here's 50 kilowatt, and here's 150 and another 100 kilowatt. And then in Ruterting we have a few hyperchargers, but it's always busy there because it's an electric company. So they do solar panels and I don't know, electric installation, and all of them drive electric cars and they're all charging the whole time. But when you go up the highway, we have Hengersberg here, Allego and Supercharger. What is here? Come on, show me, what is this? Allego Hengersberg. Why would be the Supercharger offline? I doubt that this is offline. But it's one of the first one, it's still version 2. And then you go up here. Oh, yeah, we have a Supercharger in Plattling now. I charge there. What else do we have? What is this? This must be the Supercharger, right? Version 3? No, it has to be. Oh, 523 kilowatt. What is this? Also 523. It's a weird number. 380. That's the Supercharger, isn't it? Where are we? I have to look. In Plattling, you go off. I don't know, maybe the supercharger is not in here, but it's fine. And then, oh my god, Dingolfing has a lot of stuff, and then Landshut, yeah, it's pretty good. And we have to do the filtering, huh? We have to do and we do 100 kilowatt and only, let's do 300, no, let's do 100. And then it's still a lot in Passau, it's the same, look at that. Because they're all 350. And then Word on the donor rules. There are two. What's the other one? At McDonald's, right? 250 kilowatt. Yeah. Yeah, who else? I charged 2 or 3 times at a 150 kilowatt charger, and I never got more than 70 or 80 kilowatt out of that. Does anyone has the same experience? I mean, I know that it's 2 elements, each 75 kilowatt, like in the hyperchargers, but just 2, not 4. But I don't know. I never got more. Is that normal? Am I wrong? What do you say? I don't have any water in here. I just sip on nothing. I think we're gonna end it for today. I want to turn those lights off. I'm not going to do edit. I'm going to edit tomorrow during the day because in the morning I have to do some stuff at home and I have to go shopping. And then I most likely will film something with the Volvo EX30, but maybe after noon. So after lunch. And then before maybe I will edit a bit here. I have a few videos still to edit of the Model 3. Oh, I have made videos, pictures today of the, yeah, this Harman Kardon thing is reflecting big time. So this is a picture from my GoPro today, and this Harman Kardon thing that's silver and reflective is always reflected in the windshield. It's really annoying. And this is me in the Volvo EX30. Look at me looking stupid. Can I zoom in? Yes, I can. There we are. Can it jump a bit more? There's me. These are the 3 cameras working. I drove 133. Yeah, this is something. Any news or new rumors about software 3.7? No, I have been told that 4.1 over the air should come in the next few weeks. We'll see. And then in the summer, maybe 5.0 or something. I haven't had any update in Hank except for a Spotify update. That was 2 or 3 weeks ago, and I haven't noticed any difference. It's exactly the same. It still does the fade in. Someone told me the fade in is now gone. I still have that. Yeah, in the EX30, that's so weird. The self-steering, so I don't know, pilot assist or whatever they call it, doesn't work above 130 kilometers an hour. If you drive 133 like I do now, and I turn self-steering on, the cruise control automatically goes down to 130. And the cute and interesting thing is, which is totally weird, the cruise control then gets down, but slowly, so 132, 131, and self-steering is still not on. Then when it's 130, and then self-steering is on. Then when you go faster, you cannot use faster than 130. And since GPS speed for the Volvo was 133, then yes, I didn't use the self-steering too much today. That was sad. I don't know why anyone would decide that you cannot use self-steering above 130. I don't get it. That happens. At least 140. I mean, that what Tesla did with 150, hello, that's totally fine. Nobody needs that. I got 3.7 this week at the service partner, 2-year checkup. Cool. Is anything new? I had 3.5 and an ID3 facelift once. I don't think there's anything new. It just should work a bit better. The stupid messages are gone from the mobile phone if you have that connected and stuff. But other than that, I don't think anything is different, right? Interesting. But I think I'm gonna leave you now. All thank you. I have to write my Patreons the result of today's range test. What's in 3.7? Yeah, like I said, I've seen 3.5 and it was nothing new, except I think that in the big battery, the vehicle to home thing works. So bidirectional charging, I think. I went 3.0, 3.7, so not sure what's new in that version. I think 3.7 is just bug fixes. Notice you can disable the Volkswagen sound when leaving the car, for example. You always could do that. It's the goodbye sound. You can do that in sound settings. That was always in the car. Since the start, since I had my ID3 with 1 point, I don't know, 2. How much breathing does it have? 0 or none? It doesn't, with 3.7 doesn't give you preheating of the battery. Running on 3.2 for 1 year now. I had 3.2 since till the end. So yeah, 3.7 doesn't think, it's just bug fixes. There's nothing new. There's no preheating of battery or anything. Björn was driving the BYD Seal and auto steer didn't work above 120 indicated speed. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's also crap. I mean, if you're in a country where you cannot drive faster than 100 on the highway, I get it. But here in Germany, that's just for nothing, 120. And with the Volvo too. Okay, I'm gonna leave you now. I'm gonna say goodbye. I have to write my Patreons because they're awesome. Get a nice picture that I took today too. And you all take care. I hope I can see you next week. Hopefully it's not that hot and we can do another little nice talk. Again, nice week to every one of you. I have the normal week that I have for the next 4 weeks, which means 2 weeks of videos, 1 day off, 2 days of videos, 1 day off, 2 days of filming work, 1 day off, and again Sunday is filming. You all take care. Goodbye. Thanks for being here. Look at me saying something different.